Yo, yo, what's happening, world? What's going on, world? What's up with y'all, man? B Marsh Boxing. Back at it once again, covering this rematch. A fight that happened 2 years ago, approximately 28 months ago. We got Jack Catterall versus former undisputed champ at 140 pounds, Josh the Tornado Taylor. Now, this was a great fight, and it was almost like the first fight, a tale of two halves. The first two rounds, I gave it to Jack Catterall. The man was using his jab, going to the body, going to the head, letting his left hand go. This was two southpaws over here. And his lateral movement and his evasiveness was pretty good, in my opinion. That's why I gave him the first two rounds. Round three, I gave it to Josh Taylor. He finally woke up, started to land his punches, not so much putting his punches together because he wasn't throwing combinations, but he was landing his left hand, and he was closing the distance and more fighting at a mid-range pace. And that's why I gave him round three. Round four and five, I gave it to Jack Catterall, you know what I mean? The lateral movement, the upper body and head movement, going to the body, he was more effective, controlling the ring generalship, controlling the pace. Had actually Josh Catterall, I'm sorry, um, Josh Taylor it was looking almost like it's about to go down like the first fight, the fight with Teofimo Lopez, where his feet were stuck in quicksand, no head movement, and basically getting hit with everything that the man Jack Catterall was throwing. You know what I'm saying? And but he finally woke up. He woke up around 6, 7, 8, 9. I believe I gave him yeah, those round 6 through 9. I gave it to Josh Taylor. The man Jack Catterall looked like he started to gas out from all that upper body movement, lateral excuse me, lateral movement that he showcased in the first half of the fight. Now he's looking tired. Just like the first fight, Josh Taylor started to wake up and put his punches together now and pick up points in the second half of the fight after, you know what I mean? And that's exactly what he did in rounds 6 through 9. He was applying pressure. Jack Catterall was looking a little weary, you know what I'm saying? Occasionally, Jack Catterall was the counter puncher in this fight. He was the one waiting for the man Josh Taylor to make mistakes. If only Josh Taylor had some counter punching ability in him, this fight would be a much easier fight for him. You know what I mean? But it was a tale of two halves. Um, round 10, I give it to Jack Catterall. Even though he was losing early in the round, you know what I mean? Um, they got the clinching and shit. The referee separated them, gave him a little break. As soon as they resumed fighting, this man, Jack Catterall, threw a mean overhand left. Boom. And it hurt the man. Hurt the man, Josh Taylor, actually worse than he was hurt at any point in this fight. You know what I mean? He ain't go down, but he had the spaghetti legs. Actually, he did go down, but that was also because Jack Catterall was pushing him. They ended up falling down into the corner of the ring. You know what I mean? But Jack Catterall landed another big left hand because the man was on the spaghetti legs and seeing cobwebs. You know what I mean? He wasn't really in his right state at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I gave that round to Jack Catterall. Look at Bob Arum. Bob Arum is mad. He he's 90 years old. He talking to the crowd out there in UK. I can't turn it up. I ain't trying to get no copyright strike. I've gotten a copyright fuck with Eddie Hearn. He did me dirty because he did me dirty on Leo Santa Cruz versus Tank Davis, a Showtime PBC broadcast. But somehow, somewhere, I got a kind of copyright strike from Eddie Hearn Matchroom, so I'm not playing with them. Um, but anyways, rounds 11 and 12, I gave it to Jack Catterall. You know what I mean? You check it. So after 5 rounds, after 10 rounds, excuse me, I had this fight a draw, 5-5. But rounds 11 and 12, I gave it to Jack Catterall, and he sealed the deal. To me, he won this fight 7 rounds to 5. You know what I mean? So the right man won, but they did have, I think they called this a unanimous decision. One judge had it 117, 111. That's BS. Ain't nobody in this fight win no 9 rounds. So I gave it Josh Taylor, and the other two judges had it just like I did, uh, 115, 113 in favor of Jack Catterall. So Jack Catterall wins this fight. I thought he won the first fight. Controversial decision as far as that once judge giving those crazy scorecards, 117, 111. But I thought the right man won this fight. That 11th round when the man Jack Catterall caught this dude with the overhand left. That's the punch that turned this fight around. Otherwise, this fight was about to be a draw. Yeah, I mean, it was about to be a draw. Somebody was going. It was going to be a really controversial decision. You know what I mean? But good fight. I enjoyed the fight. I was looking forward to this fight for now over 2 years, and I finally got the rematch. I thought Catterall won the first fight, especially after he had dropped Josh Taylor in the second half of the first fight. But Jack Catterall's a player, man. He's a player at 140, and he deserves his title shot. He deserves his title shot. He should have been a world champion by now when he should have taken all them straps up off of Josh Taylor in the first fight. Um, so I think he should be able to get fights. Hopefully he can get a Devin Haney for a title shot. Who are the champs at 140? Teofimo at the WBO. That could be a fight that could be made for Jack Catterall. IBF is Matias, Subriel Matias, and the WBA. Have I mentioned WBA at 140? Who's the WBA 140-pound champ? Ah, I'm trying to think who it is. I know Tank. No, Tank is at 135. Um, what's his name? Subriel is the IBF. I'm trying to think who's the WBO. WBO got to be somebody real discreet. Or is it no, the WBO is Teofimo. I think actually it's 140. I think it's Isaac Cruz. Got to be Isaac Cruz because Isaac Cruz is a new champion at 140. And I had to be that WBA strap because I know he's a new champion at 140. So any of those fights for Jack Catterall, man, if he can make them happen, go for it. You know what I mean? His record is 29 and 1 with 13 KOs. He really should be 29 and 0. Now I remember the first times I was seeing guys like Josh Catterall, man. I was not high, wasn't impressed by this dude one bit. Really and truly, if he fought and I missed the fight, I probably wouldn't even go back and look for a copy of it. But I've been impressed with what he's been doing, and how he's been really been on it about this Josh Taylor business. Uh, he was trying to get a title shot at Once Upon a Time versus Regis Prograis at 140. That never materialized. But I think he's due for a title shot now, man. It's about that time. Josh Taylor, you need to move up to 147 and campaign from there, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing else left for you to do at 140 pounds. His whole professional career, he's been at 140, and he's about 33 years old. He can't make the weight no more. I don't think he could have made the weight even when he fought Teofimo Lopez, man. This dude's been way past it at this weight class. It's time to move up and seek greener pastures, you know what I mean? There's some belts out there that could be got, you know what I mean? Everything that Terrence Crawford ain't holding is up for grabs at 147. All right, B-Marsh Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know in the comment section who you'd like to see Catterall fight next. There's some good players, man. I told you Teofimo, Ryan Garcia, Sabril Matias, Isaac Cruz. There's a lot of good fighters there. Time will tell. And let me know how you guys saw this particular fight. How'd you score it? You thought the right man won? Let me know in the comment section. B Marsh Boxing. I'll see you guys on the next one, y'all. Gone.